Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. We're back with another live stream, and of course we are playing some Final Fantasy XIV, and yeah, we are going to be continuing Zowo's journey. Excuse me. But yeah, we are currently in Kugane, and yeah, we're going to explore we're going to continue our exploration, see what happens, and all that jazz. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. There's so much more I could speak of, but the soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district. But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let's retire to the company offices. I think this is probably like one of the worst of the yeah, I think this is probably the worst region's Scion headquarters, I guess, is probably like the best way to put it, because like if we think about this for a sec. So obviously in Mordona, Mordona. In Mordona we have the Rising Stones. In Thanalan we have the Walking Sands. In Heaven's Ward is House Fortel Manor. Although also the Drifting, I think it's Drifting Snows, but that one's kind of a weird situation anyways. That's like a temporary one. This is the one for the East Aldenard Trading Company area. Is basically your headquarters here. I do not remember coming back here, like, ever. Comparatively. Like, I think that you do have to do some stuff with that, due to the way that the Totaro and Hancock are involved with the Four Lords questline. You kind of have that. In Shadowbringers, you mostly hang out in the Crystal Tower. So, because, yeah, that's where, so obviously there's Crystal Tower stuff with Shadowbringers. Endwalker had the place. I'm forgetting what it's called, but yeah, that was their headquarters. We didn't really have one in Dawntrail, but Dawntrail was also like mostly an exploration one. We do have like areas that we hang out a lot, but it's not really necessarily a specific place because it's not about us. Dawntrail isn't about us. So, yeah. But yeah, let's continue. At long last we arrived at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices? We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. I think the other aspect of it is like every other expansion you go back to. This is like the only one I don't think you ever go back to. And maybe like Dawntrail is just like kind of I'm not as concerned about, but you know.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, The chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugidan Samurai?
Whoop.
Then you will be pleased to know
Oh,
that
he is
they
a
have
Rokugan?
both come
I
to
thought he
Kugani.
was like a Hyur, but he was like a...
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map. We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha.
Yansha.
Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lolorito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Almegan allies placed their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. It would seem inefficient for all of us to venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up, and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Totaro would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alize and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of just an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. Wow, Y'shtola warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Zowo. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. And now blue quests start popping up. I'm honestly not sure how I want to handle the blue quests this expansion. I think what we might do is we might have our blue quests be basically done by the other class. So we'll have the we'll focus on so right now we'll focus on samurai. And then we'll do, when we do blue quests, we'll do them as monk. At least for now. But we'll see. Wow, Alphino's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Looks like looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he could make a living doing this. Sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Kurorobia? Okay. Okay. While we're going over there, I want to grab the blue class. We might also... Maybe we should also talk to... I think we'll talk to the guy who's in charge of the leave quests. I always forget where I'm going. Here. This place is confusing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take care of these blue quests. I think that these are pretty simple ones. Ba ba da ba dee boo. Do 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 do. Yeah, I kind of figured this was the hunt one. So we'll just quickly blitz through this. This should take no time at all. Cool. And that allows us to start doing the first level of hunts. That's good. Oh, wait. Do we have the second level as well? I guess so. Oh, it's because we're level 63 on one of our classes. That's why. So we can't turn this one in yet. We'll just wait until we can. Which it shouldn't take long. It's going to be Samurai. The Samurai will be able to do it in a sec here. So we'll do that in a bit. It's basically as soon as we finish up this, I think, let me see. What is it? So this gives 100,000. How much? What is Samurai at specifically? Yeah. Yeah, so as soon as we finish that one, it's going to end up finishing it, so. I dream of Shirogane. Ah, Miss Ijin. A moment, if you would. There's a favor I would ask of you. You see, word has it that Lord Bokyo of Kugane has established a new residential district. Oh, this is the residence stuff. Okay, we'll just blitz through that as well, then. Okay. And while I'm thinking about it, who is my lowest level? Well, let's do blacksmith. Just get these leaves unlocked. I don't think, yeah. Didn't think that it was going to do anything specific, but I wanted to just double check. But yeah. Oh, and right, we need to unlock the Falcon Porter as well. It really doesn't matter which one we go to. But yeah, probably one of the prettiest areas. I've considered moving Hullabally's home to here, but meh. I don't know. That's the other thing. The thing is, there are so many players at this point. They just need to add housing, add more housing. If you want to keep it like this format, you need to add more housing. And yeah. What I would suggest, and like, granted, this is not like, obviously I'm not the one who's going to be the one in I would not be the one in control of this, but one thing I would do is double the wards for each current area that we have. That's one. So double each of the ones that exist, and then add one for every expansion that we still have. So that it still doesn't have one. So let's say. So right now, maybe even like one per city, which granted that's going to be a lot. That's more than just one per expansion. So it's kind of hard to say with the first three expansions. Mordona doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Idleshire doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and neither does Rauger's Reach. Those three don't really make a lot of sense to give them residential districts. Right, so let's ignore those. But if we add one to both Yulmore is also kind of meh, makes a little bit of sense, but also not a whole lot. But they could, as basically like, hey, we're expanding the area. Crystarium makes a ton of sense. There absolutely would be a residential district around there somewhere. But yeah, Crystarium could make a lot of sense. There's absolutely a ton of space in both cities for Endwalker. Plus, I think that making housing on the moon would make a lot of sense. That could be a dedicated everyone gets housing here. That could be a thing, where it's fully customizable place, probably very similar to that of the Island Sanctuary, but better. Improve the Island Sanctuary, anyways. One thing that I have said multiple times about the Island Sanctuary is that there should be a house at the island, in the Island Sanctuary, that you can go to. But there isn't, so yeah. Do 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 do. But yeah, there should absolutely be an Island Sanctuary thing there. We'll see about other things, but yeah. Back to Samurai. You seek this out in Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons, past or present. Please, we came all this the way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekitsugumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotogase, was it? Where am I going? Ah. Let's use the Aetheryte then. Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality delivered, but the other day. I'm looking for these people. They're my friends. Ah, an Auri shinobi and a Rogadin samurai. If I may, I would you answer I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, agent, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea, the doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see. Are you familiar with the ways of Hingashi? How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugane is open to Ijin. And we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones whom ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. You've been a great help, Mistress Kodakaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest, and we'll meet we'll meet here when we're finished. All right, good. One thing I think is kind of interesting is the fact that this place you can't even right now there is no airship. I can't wait to actually do that quest line, but because that quest line is very fun, but it's just kind of fun to think about that is still very, very early right now. That's the gate guard, so you would just take me up there. I don't think that's... Okay. There's one of the captains. Yes, a Rogadin gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the Mad Devil. I sent him away like all the others before him. The woman, nah, I know her not. Did they go here? Did they go? No. I think I'd be able to see the person even if they don't have their quest marker. Yeah. You ask me if I've seen this Alade woman in Rogadin Seminary? The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travel solely between here and Rodzatan. It would be an unreasonable detour. It is rather interesting, like, maybe I just didn't notice them as much before, but yeah, it is, I do think it's rather interesting, the cities and, like, the other locations that are often mentioned. Like, we still have yet to be to Mare City. Mare City is mentioned so much. Holy crap. Part of me really wants to know, like, what's going on over there currently. Because, like, there's very little information about current Rodzatan. Passengers, no, we no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? Huh. If it is women you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. Do 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 do. Bum, bum. Oh, how did it... Oh, never mind. Judging from that look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Yeah, that's... There we go. Let's turn this in really quick. Yeah, 66. Okay. Which none of my classes are... Well, I should say none of my classes. My crafters and gatherers are over 60. Or some of them are 70. Well, almost 70, I should say. That's a question I've been kind of meaning to figure out. Is what level do at what level do the crafters and gatherers would you be? Well, sorry. At what level could you go as a crafter or gatherer to unlock a level 70 class? So at this point in time, none of my DPS classes are even close to 70. Sorry, I'm not used to this being right here. But Weaver's close to getting to 70. So if I get the Weaver to 70, does that then mean that I can then go back and unlock Sage and Reaper? Just a thought process. I don't think that you could. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait, I just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Gyodo. He's a Namazu fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Namazu, Namazu, we love Namazu. They're delicious. I'm sorry. That was mean. Hello, Namazu.
What? Why do you stare? You have business with me.
By the 12, a talking fish.
Yes. A talking fish. How very observant of you, Ejin. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once, but only if you address me, again in the proper manner.
Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Gyodo, right? My name is Lise, and this is Zowo. We're looking for some friends of ours.
I see. Both these I know, ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea.
Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us?
Yes. This would not be problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay?
I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tatara will let us take whatever we need from the Silence coffers, right? Don't risk it. We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends?
Yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on the Tasogari Bridge. Do not forget your fare. Bring many gil, yes?
It's about time our luck changed. Alphino and the others will be thrilled. Yeah. Oh, I have another side quest. Let's take care of this first then, actually. And then we'll come back here and take care of that.
Whee!
Do-ba-do-ba-do. I didn't even mention Dawn Trail, but yeah, Dawn Trail could be Dawn Trail housing could be really interesting, actually. All right,
Ah, Zowo, I have a letter for you that arrived at the inn. It's from Makoto, the Hingen samurai who came all the way here seeking Musasai. Can't imagine what this might be about. Let's find out, shall we? Dear Zoa, I pray this letter finds you well. You received me with kindness when first we met, and I write to you in hopes of depending upon your kindness once more. You will recall I told you of Ugetsu and his growing faction of insurgents. Upon my return to Kagane, I was dismayed to find that his influence had spread to an alarming proportions. Outbreaks of violence have become a regularity, and the men and women of the Sekishigumi struggle to maintain order. Each day we fight, and each day our strength is shorn further. The enemy, it shames me to say, completely has our measure. I shall speak plain. We are in desperate need of aid, and I beseech you to lend your katana to our cause. Master Musasai's last pupil, your skills would help us turn the rising tide. I know full well that I ask much of you, to journey halfway across the world and involve yourself in the struggle not your own. Yet I must ask. Yeah, ask I must. For should the Bakufu fall, the realm would be plunged into chaos, and innocent people would be subject to untold suffering. With all my being, I pray that you will answer our call, and ere long, we shall meet again in Kugane. Sincerely yours, Makoto. Musasai's first and final pupil pitted against each other. There's certainly poetry in that, and you can take comfort in the knowledge that you'd be fighting on the side of justice. But as Makoto writes, though, it is a lot to ask, and the decision is yours to make. But for my unsolicited opinion, I reckon you should do it. For the old man, if for no one else. So, yeah. Back to Guyane. So, yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing I've been kind of debating for a bit, is what do we want to do when it comes to Shadowbringers Onward, when it comes to these quests. So, Shadowbringers and Endwalker stuff, we are going to be going through as tanks. So Dark Knight is going to be doing the Endwalker stuff. Dark Knight is going to be doing Shadowbringers. Paladin is going to be doing Endwalker. And what I think I could do... So, the nice thing is that I will have... Monk and Samurai will be at least over 50. They both will be over 70. They'll both be there, so they will be able to do their quests. I think the role quests are kind of an interesting situation just in general, because there's the tank, healer, melee DPS, physical ranged, and magical ranged. I believe. I don't know the exact role quest, but yeah, I think that's what the different role. So there's those role quests, and then there's the crafting role quests. I don't think we're gonna do the crafting or gathering role quests on I don't think we're gonna do those on stream, but I do think I would like to do some of the role quests. So what I think I might do is I might get while I'm off when I'm off stream, I think I'll work on Dancer and Black Mage to try and get them both up to 70, so that I'll so that I can do that stuff. Same thing goes for Scholar, I think, because Scholar is like one of the easiest ones to do. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. Things are a little bit up in the air right now when it comes to all to role quests and stuff, because that's still a ways off. A samurai. Yours is not a familiar face. Makoto's foreign quest, I take it? My apologies, but she is not on hand to receive you. She is presently leading a mission to Sakazuki, where insurgent leaders are meeting in secret. However, they are late to return, and I cannot and I must confess that I grow worried. I would go and find them myself, but I cannot well abandon my post when I ask you to go in my stead. Okay. Oh, that's an Orthard. Okay, we can't do that one yet. Where is that? Oh, it is in the Ruby Sea. Okay, so it's not going to be too long before we can do that. It's just like, it's weird doing those quests, a lot of these class quests, because they are, yeah. So, I will also mention that when because Beastmaster is going to be like a pretty major part of the update, I will be playing through all of Beastmaster probably on stream. Like I might go and get like a few of the different beasts off stream. But I want to do quite a bit of Beastmaster on stream with Holobali. We might do some of it on Zowo, but it's kind of like up in the air when it comes to that. So, yeah. We spoke with a number of merchants and captains in the southern piers. Several recognized Gosetsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Othard. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yugiri. Yes, it was the same story for us. And then you'll never believe what happened. We found Namazu, and they're fun. So this Gyodo claims to have aided both Gosetsu and Yugiri. How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphino. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempts to haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part, but it's not what troubles me most. Yodo and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained for scheming moneylenders, even ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortunes. Everyone else who he questioned stated that Gosetsu was alone. Only Gyodo claims to have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it's just possible that Gosetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain. But it's equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kugane with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy herself. Sorry about that. No. I need to get some water, I think. Once we finish up this cutscene, we'll go ahead and I'm going to step away for a sec. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do it than by delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but if Gyodo's working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? But if he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. So if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. We should prepare for the worst. Totaro will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you to this at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs. Even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you, the Sekitsugumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? To be fair, though, I am a samurai, so, To review, Lise, Zowo, and I will meet with Godo as planned. Alphino will keep a watch from a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Godo attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whomever else. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Sekitsugumi, we will evade them with Alphino's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that meet with everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyodo does not play us fools, but we shall see. To the bridge. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. All right. It's a duty. Oh my gosh. Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Zowo. Something smells fishy. Yeah. Yeah.
He's late.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So much trouble. So much trouble.
Enough. Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me, these ones are for Doma.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Of course not.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
Oh, frickin' Namazu.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse. Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Yep. You got it. Disappointing but not surprising. In retrospect, we probably should have. Quiet, brother. Our fight. No. As expected, the Sishikas have caught our scent. Since fighting them is out of the question, we'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. If they find you, use these smoke bombs to make our escape. Can we go this way? No, we can't. Okay. Where are we going? This way. Come with me. I will guide you to your friends. First a talking fish, now a tortoise. What have we gotten ourselves into? Yep. The Kojin. That's another thing that I find really interesting. Is like Stormblood, the beast tribes are mostly friendly. This was where they really started to go into that. Everything is going to be alright, trust me. Yeah. This was where they started doing that, and, like, granted, they weren't fully hostile in, like, Heaven's Word or Dawn Trail, but, yeah. This one was the first one where they were mostly friendly. Then Shadowbringers, they were all just friendly, and so on and so forth.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Korjin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Seki Segumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure.
Nope.
I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity.
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Okay, I briefly want to talk about this. So I didn't fully understand why he was the blue specifically for a while. As I've this was I started playing this before I really started learning Japanese. So let me let that be very let that sink in first. So I didn't fully understand that. So in Japanese, there are they do have the other colors. Midori is green. However, traditionally, there are only like 4 colors, and none of them are green. Green kind of falls under Ao, which is blue. Midori is what green eventually became green, but it doesn't actually mean that. Directly translated, Midori does not mean green. It's just what they usually say. So that is what that is. Red is I'm forgetting what the exact term is, but that's part of it. So yeah, it's really interesting, specifically looking at like the stuff going on here in Kugane, because a lot of it has like so much more to do with like Japanese culture and Japanese language. So that's part of the reason why that happens. But yeah, I briefly wanted to just talk about that and briefly go over that. I'm not going to go over like all Japanese color theory, because it's really like there's like a whole bunch of complicated lore, and not lore, but history and culture and blah blah blah. But specifically talking about like if you are confused about why they are specifically the blue, that's why. Anyways,
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
and you mine.
When isn't that 63? Isn't that a 63 dungeon? Because this is, what is this? This is still 61. I'm still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night with half the city guard snapping at our heels. There it is. So this is, these are not better, so we'll just go for the standard, for the stuff. Oh, right, I do have that now. So I should think about figuring out what I want to do with those, but we'll see. Right then, Gyodo should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep, or I'll have you I'll give you another ride on my boot. No more boots! All my secrets are yours for asking. Tell us, what do you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu, every last detail? And if I find out later that you lied to me... No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap, as you did us? Besides, you are an Imperial spy, because you are an Imperial spy. No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any domans found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and Saketsugumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me the Ijin they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, had I but known. If he is in custody with Saketsugumi, I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way to the right officials' hands, and your friend will walk free. As it is in Ul'dah, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to the morally questionable means. We'll make the pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphino. You are free to wait here while I speak with the relevant officials. If you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I would put it past. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again. So mayhap I would. It would be best if at least Zowo and I joined you. All right, but what about the Gyodo? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gosetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to you, to the little fellow. Sorbonne, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order? Then let us be off. The Saketsugumi barracks are to the north. Alright, I'm going to step away for a sec and get some water, and then we'll go ahead and continue this. So, yeah, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let's continue on our little adventure. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh. Yeah, let's just use the Aetherite. I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned from the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it, right, Zowo? So I think, for the time being, I think I'm going to turn quests in as monk, because samurai has gotten over double. Right, everything's fine, probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
How about you? Ah!
Was that
Gosetsu? Yes. Yes, it was.
Gazetsu? I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Better to not let her get into trouble.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise. What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
We
I
came.
could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Apparently not. Gosetsu is insane. But we love him. So yeah, so you are so Gosetsu is a Doman samurai, while the ones that that you deal with when it comes to the main story, or with the samurai quest line, are Hingashi samurai. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Totaro are waiting for us there. Now, where's Yugiri? Where's Yugiri? I don't remember where Yugiri is, actually. I know that she's, like, very stealthy and such. She's probably, like, around here somewhere. I know I should have just used the Aetheryte. I'm not used to using Aethernet. I don't know why. It's just... really, yeah. But yeah, I don't think we really ever used the Ruby Bazaar comparatively. Like it is used. It's just not nearly as used as the others. Gosetsu, thank the 12 you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster, how kind of the kami you are to grant me. How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. I gladly would I return to your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where's Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? She is. For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances of finding Lord Heen. Lord Heen? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Heen is the heir to the Doma's throne, and our master. He was a passionate voice for the cause of the Doman Liberation Front, of the Doman Liberation. And when we learned of the Empire's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed by Xenos and his when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him, the might of the 12th. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood he bade Yugiri to take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, and that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. And then, one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, we would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-haired villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It would It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yansha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Afino's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Chitaru and Hancock to feed us intelligence there. Is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to them. As you, of all people, should know. You are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we all must serve each in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. Sorbonne is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. Yeah, I thought the Ruby Sea dungeon was like level 63. Maybe it is. I think it's optional. So that might be part of it. Because, yeah, I think that might be optional. But yeah, I don't really think that we go back to the Ruby Bazaar all that much, so... But yeah, I will probably be doing a lot of, like, yellow quests and stuff off-stream. I still need to get through all of the, Heaven's Ward ones. I still need to do, the Moogle quest line. Obviously, I still have to finish up the Beast Tribes. I've just kind of been lazy about it. But there, 2 of them are sworn, at least. It's just the Vanna that need to be done. I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. If you insist, with me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits. And then that door opens. I do wonder if we will, at some point, be able to explore the rest of Hingashi. I know it's meant to be hidden, but still.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Oh, frickin' heaven on high.
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
I should probably, speaking of Heaven on High, I probably should continue working on Warrior's Quest to get through Palace of the Dead. So I might do that at some point this week, but we'll see. How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea filled with promise and adventure and treasures. May wonderful treasure many wonderful treasures. So, see, that's the thing about this area, is like, getting around here is kind of a pain. That's another thing I would like to see at some point, is ride mounts that you can ride in the water without necessarily being able to fly. So like, let's say if I were to ride this, immediately I go into water, right? So getting over to like here as just like an example is such a pain. So let me make sure of where this is. 421 to the west. So yeah, that's definitely on that island over there. Now, in order to reach the shores of Oathwood, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithe, thereby earning the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me. So why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the Isle. Ba 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 ba. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I beat you there. .240 to the west. 214 to the west. 195. 80. So it's probably up there. Oh, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one whom we must speak is named Tansui. Alright, we'll go up there in a sec. Let's take care. Let's help Makoto. We don't want to leave the Ruby Sea until after we've finished up things here. Makoto, you okay? By the kami, it's really you. I know not how to thank you, Zowo. We caught wind of a secret insurgent meeting and came here hoping to learn something of their plan, but they were the ones who knew ours. They were expecting us and had laid a trap before we knew it that what was happening. We Hingans live by a rigid caste system, wherein one standing in society is inherited rather than earned. My comrade, he hailed from a poor farming village. His family grew scarcely enough to pay their lord his dues, and it was as all they could do to not starve. In order to escape the shackles of his birth, he saw a new life in Kagane, a more progressive district, where a man may yet rise above his station. He became a samurai in hopes he might one day have the power to bring about change to an irrational system that holds people hostage to their birth. Souls such as him make up the Sekisugumi, those raised with a plow in hand and not a blade. You'll find none among us born into samurai family. Ours is a ragtag band gathered from the lower rungs of society, yet for our disparate origins, we are patriots all. Ugetsu and his cohorts, too, claim to be patriots. But in order to bring about their change, they would as soon see our nation razed to the ground. As with any nation, Hingashi is not free of problems. Far from it. But should the Bakufu be toppled, the great lords would rise against each other in a bid for power. The realm would be transformed into a battlefield, and another age of blood would begin. If we are to prevent this, if we are to protect the peace, Ugetsu must not be allowed to succeed, no matter what the cost. Forgive me. Now is not the time to hold forth on my passions. I shall bear my comrade back to the barracks. Pray join me there. Yeah, we'll go back. We'll go back to Kugane after we get to the first Aetheryte, I think, because this place is annoying to get around. 36 to the west. Is it up here or is it somewhere else? I don't know. 123 to the southwest. Yeah, it's got to be up here. 105, 93, 80. I should be able to see it by now. 49. 49? It's like right on top of it. Where the frick is it? Is it back here? Where is it? 37 to the west? 37? Oh, there it is. It wasn't immediately up. Oh, for frick's sake. How many of those do we have actually here? Oh, it's only 4. Okay. I thought it was like way more. I think... Yeah. The thing about these early ones is like they were a lot fewer. Like in Shadowbringers Onward, I think that they added a lot of them as like you should explore more, but also like it was pretty easy to get around comparatively without flight. So I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Zowo Kaduka, I am Tansui, a humble mate who served at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. Wait, sorry. I want to do this. Wait, what? Oh, it has to be 62 up? Frick. I'm already at the 62 range. That sucks. Okay. We'll need to... Okay. We'll figure it out. Where is... Okay, so we still have a little ways to go before these start actually being effective. I don't know how long it takes to get to that. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for that passage to Orthid. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you triple it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as all do. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom. And for the foolhardy, sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning? Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well. I'll be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban. So I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirates were talking about? Maybe we ought to have a good go have a look. Welcome to the team, Sarbon. One thing I do find rather interesting is, like, so mount speed. I believe this is the last expansion where they had mount speed that you could get for these for the seals, for doing hunts and the hunt trains and stuff. Let me make sure. That might actually be here-ish. I think that might be in the... I'm not certain of distances, unfortunately. I don't think that's that far. Is it? Maybe? No, I think that is up there. I'm not going to deal with that yet. Yeah, we need to get mount speed as soon as possible. Here's the thing. Dagnabbit.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
Don't get into a fight you can't win right now.
Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Yep. What are we waiting for? Come, come, Sorban cannot have gone far. Then now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. Just making sure. Yeah, it's still saying to the northeast, which I'm assuming that's probably the Cogent Isle. I don't know where the others are. No, there's a lot of islands, is the thing. I don't... Are we able to dive here? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can dive until after you get to a certain point. Because obviously there's not really any areas in the northern part. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. Pray, you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand. Kami be praised, too often are shellless, quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me. Zowo, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? You are more than... the more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Alright. Oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to pursue our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it for a fair price. Bum bum bum. Yes, you. Do you know of the Ruby Price, the fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea, from which Bakufu soldiers survey the surrounding waters? The other day we found one of their men stowed away on a ship. We confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship, but no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I am looking to track down this superior of his and have him compensate us. If I have to sail the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There's a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend and should be able to identify our captive superiors. Okay. So that... Ah, fuck! I shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess we're going back to Kugane. Ay, ay, ay. The enemy should have known our plan. That the enemy should know our plans. The loss of a comrade pains us, but we are grateful for Makoto's preservation. She has told me all. As Master Musasai's pupil, your blade would be most welcome in these dire times. So pray allow me to confirm your intent. By your coming to Kugane, may we take it to mean that you are that you will aid us in our fight. Yes. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Our cause is much bolstered for your blade. Without further ado, I would introduce you to our captain. However, there is one thing I must ask you. Pray keep the fact that you are Master Musasai's pupil to yourself. It may make little sense to you, but that you shared a master with a wanted criminal would mark you out for suspicion. That is simply the way of it in our culture. Lieutenant Shiden alone knows the truth and understand, but few are as open-minded as him. As it occurs to me, I've yet to introduce me. As Makoto says, I am Shiden, Lieutenant of Sekitsugumi, and may I apologize for our orders pensioned for procedure. When I sent you to find Makoto in my stead, I could not leave my post due to prior duty, tending to the whims of a visiting dignitary. Pressing business, as you'll no doubt appreciate. Now, if you'll wait just a moment, I shall bring Captain Kongo hither. Bleh, I can't speak. May I present to you Zowo Kaduka, one who has journeyed from far away Eorzea to aid our cause. Though she is not of our land, I have witnessed her skill at arms firsthand, and have every confidence that she will prove an invaluable ally. Captain! You would have us trust our lives to an outsider, for all we know she is one of Ugetsu's, or even an Imperial spy. Captain, please. Zowo is a good woman and true. I personally vouch for her identity, and I shall assume all responsibility for her actions. Should her origin give you cause to doubt, you would do well to doubt us all. The sons and daughters of nameless farmers and laborers, and the kami know what else. Humph, very well, but mark my words, outsider. A single misstep and I will cut you down. Forgive the captain, my friend. He holds himself responsible for all our losses, and we fight a losing battle. In spite of our best efforts, we are no closer to ascertaining Ugetsu's whereabouts, nor do we know the full extent of his operations. In light of the recent ambush, I fear there is a breach in our security. As if we had not problems enough, His Excellency the Tairo, one of our nation's most powerful men, has chosen at this juncture to come to Kugane on an embassy visit. Ugetsu will surely look to wreak further chaos, and it falls to Sekitsugumi to keep our honored guest hale and whole. We will be out in force providing security, and I pray that we can rely on your blade as well. I too must beg your forgiveness for the captain's outburst. With naught to show for our efforts, he grows ever more irritable. Now then, I must return to my duties. We have no task for you at present, but in case of an emergency, pray remain near and with your katana near at hand. And there we go. Okay. All right. So we go here. Oh yes, just the other day, one of the soldiers deserted base. I suspect he is a man Yusui is after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited in our nation. The man, upon learning his subordinate disappeared, feared he would be caught and turned tail and ran. If what you told me is true, he likely went west of here to seek asylum with the Kojin of the Red. I am tempted to go after the man myself. Alas, that would require me receiving the necessary authorization, which could take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. If he resists, feel free to kill him. That's just so fun, isn't it? So, okay. We could just go to the island, and then we can mount up. I was like, I think... Go. I'm not going to go into the water yet. I'm not going to dive underwater yet. But I would like to see, because I think it's that. I think it's space. Yeah. Shift space, but it might be control space. No, it's definitely shift space. I think. It might be, I might be misremembering things. But yeah, we need to get that frickin' aetherite, because holy crap, this is driving me crazy, not even being able to teleport here. Ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Is this gonna be... Where is this guy? Is he over here? There he is. I would have to be a fool to agree to go with you. I am so close to the Red Kojin settlement, so close to freedom. You think I care if you die, if I kill you? Oh, come on. I have to cross the sea again. We'll talk to Sarabon first then. That's another thing that they need to do. At least for this area is like give us a way to move between the island, to a few of the islands. Not necessarily all of them, but like the entrance to Kagane needs to be accessible. This island needs to be accessible. Zeki doesn't really need to, but the northern island, the two northern islands probably, and this island, they should all have like a almost like an Ethernet type thing. But there's not even like a chocobo here. You have spoken with the Confederates up above then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Oh, never mind. Because that's going to take us to, I think that's going to take us to this island over here. The Isle of Becco. I think that's where that takes us. So we need to take care of this first, unfortunately. Yeah, but I think like early, it is definitely easier once you have flight, but like early on you don't have flight, so that's why I'm saying that they should have like something that allows you to get around here easier.
At least chocobos, that would be nice. Or ravens, I think is technically what they have here. Alright, there's that. Alright. Ba 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 ba. Papa, you have spoken with the all aboard. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tansui said the viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Does this take us to Mecca? I don't remember. It's been years since I've done a lot of this stuff. It's kind of funny, though, because I remember a lot more of Heaven's Ward than, like, any of the others. Heaven's Ward and Realm Reborn. And it's weird with those, because, like, those have been even longer than the stuff with Stormblood. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Ah, yes, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Sonoban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope we shall meet again. That we shall. Especially with the Four Lords questline. So, we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look daunting though it is. We do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Garabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Mm-hmm. This bitch.
She, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master, the traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans, Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
The dumbass. Yep.
Filth and squalor everywhere. How very dull.
She is so soft-spoken. Holy shit.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived
Now
through
she
a
isn't.
quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall
Yeah,
and be broken.
that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Therein lies
And I didn't even forget
hope.
it, so.
Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Such a bitch.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We will show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Mm-hmm.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
All right, time to go to the tower. Time to go to heaven on high. Ay, ay, ay. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. You know, speaking of heaven on high, like, how high does heaven on high go? Because honestly, we should probably be able to see heaven on high from at least all of the other zones around here. You would think. Wait a minute, one sec. I did not even think about that. Yeah, to the east. Okay, we're fine. I was worried for a sec there that I was gonna need to head back to here in order to get flight. But I think I might, but I'm not 100% certain. Like, probably there's a blue quest over here that I'm forgetting about, but... Yeah. Oh, wait. I want to check something really quick. What is it? Is it this? Oh, what is dive? Why am I forgetting frickin' dive? Keybind. Movement. Control space? No. I always forget what dive is. Descend. this? No. Oops. I didn't see it. I think that it might be like later, so it might just... Usually it is here, so I think that it's just something that... I was curious if it's possible to get it yet, but I think it just doesn't show up until later. I think that there's like a specific thing with this with the main story quest to get flight, or to get diving. So I think that's what it is. I'm just not remembered. We seem to have evaded their patrol so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next, you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see? Doesn't that look like it's been dead? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two. What was that? Calm down. We had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run. Lise, we save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Zowo. I need more Casal grains. Holy crap. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people of the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo. I want aetherite. Get the aetherite first. Oh, and a falcon porter. Yeah, not ravens, falcons, that's right. But yeah, one thing I think I've said this a few times, mostly when I'm doing Hollow Belly streams, but I really think that they need to make like the standard falcon as well as the standard horses be mounts. Like, why? Why are they not? I don't understand that. It's just like, obviously there is the I don't know. There are the ones from
that you can do frickin' whatchamadiddle. But I don't know. It's just, it drives me crazy. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to... Oh! The Confederacy. Sounds way worse than it is. It would seem we have found the Confederate settlement. Mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of this place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Tensui. What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? Gosetsu has been kidnapped. Kind of, sort of. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. Very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting leaf showed me in Revenant's Toll. Alright. Brr, brr. Alright. Oh, frick. Okay. I'm gonna be right back again, and then we will actually continue this. So, be right back.
Alright, and we're back. Let's continue this. Rasho. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh, gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and traditions can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. We need help to save our friend. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces from out from Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourself. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight. Now why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey Zowo, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We have just to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're on the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, and what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Whee! Glitching! Bum bum ba bum ba bum ba dum ba dum. What am I looking for exactly? I'm looking for, oh, here's something. But we need 3 different things. Set crate. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Ah! I fell down. burp. Do, 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 do. Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye. She's not much but to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like the Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we have had any of those recently, what with those imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about. What can, what you can't change, eh? Here. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Hey, Alize. Had a good look around? Then we just need to wait for lease. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said. They have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyo. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I think under the right circumstances, they might help us. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive with the coming war. So we need to prove to them that they are not that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. What better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? No! Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around for the western end of Onkoro. You take the east. Good luck. No, I didn't want to do more of this bull crap. Ugh. Ay. Yeah, it's whatever. 1 sec. 50 to the west. Yeah, isn't it up here? Oh, I went the wrong way. I know it's around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Where is it? Under? No. Wait. Where is it? I hear it. $20 to the west. Does that mean it's... Is it under me? No, it's not. Where the frick is it? I know it's nearby. Practically on top of it, I think. Ah, there it is. southeast. Okay, so that's really far. I think that's probably on the island of Becco. Probably. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well, I have a task of you. Go first to Akumo and receive from him medicine for men of the earth. Then to the quick escape pier, and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate quickly. I'm just saying that is way too short for how tall this thing is. That's way too short of a tower of a yeah. Come at the best of Fumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. Bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum bum. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you. Listener, if you are courageous as well. On the beach, far to the west, lies the carcass of a Yuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat, the Yuki tails, you know. But did you say you need to be courageous? But I did say you need to be a courageous short, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. You there, you. Have you seen the bumbling clod of an Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onkoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Bum ba bum bum ba bum bum bum. Do do. Ugh. Why does it shift and shudder still? Medicines, give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Safumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Ah! Where is this guy? Where is he? To the west. Who are you? You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. My vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onkoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Yeah. Out of curiosity, did they add? No. They have not yet added anything into this for me specifically. There we go. And there is the corpse. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Yuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure became necessary, alas. Yeah. Okay. All this time he was standing watch for a funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good of you to send, that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please yeah. Oh my gosh, I am going to be level 64 in a sec here. I don't know. Well, it does make sense that we are going up pretty fast in levels, because we need to be level 63 for the dungeon that's around here, but I don't think we're getting to the dungeon today. But also, it's not required, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if it's required or not. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was good. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma. Though he cast all aside 20 and 5 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands, and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansu, you've unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. No more blue quests yet. Ah! Hirase. You have more stuff for me. Wait, what was that I just saw? You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with the ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest things. I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can find any other group. They've been away longer than I'd like. What is this? Oh, it's a meal. Okay. It's food. Well, there's one. Oh, I need to send him to train. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, the leader attacked us if we asked us if we were Doman. They're Yotsuyu's catchers. I know it. First is sorry, and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Well... Oh, wait. Make sure. Yeah, that's the south. So that I'm pretty sure that's on Becco. I'm not sure. I know we go here at some point, but I'm not certain. What is this island? Yeah, Isle of Zeki. Obviously this place is special, but yeah. Oh, there you are, Zowo. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested the drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather, Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Because we might be starting a war. Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yotsuyu has crossed a line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny this, that this changes everything. At least I should like to think he cannot. Do.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
I mean, it's not because of us.
I had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Of course. Do you even need to ask?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome.
That's not great.
If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
It kind of works, but it's not great.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Okay. That. There we go. Okay. Curiosity, what does this look like? Oh, it's that one. Okay, that makes sense. So, alone you deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the other traders. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue in the Isle on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor to make We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let us head for. Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. Lise, how much trouble are you getting yourself into? Lise! Stop getting in trouble. But also, this isn't Lise. Who are we talking to? Your clothes, your manners. You must be a woman of Eorzea. Yep. Do you know of the East Aldenar Trading Company, then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Yep. Your acquaintance with the Kugane branch office owner. Oh ho ho, the chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected woman such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hansaku, and you would be Zowo Kaduka. Zowo, that should be easy enough to remember. Now, Zowo, do me a favor and meet the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Garleans strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts in Kugane have quit trading with us. You could really use your help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate. You see, I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard for me lately, and if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easily enough. I'm counting on you, Zowo. Okay. So that's 62. So I think what we'll do is we'll focus on the main story for now. When we get back on Friday, when we do Friday's stream, I think that's when we will go ahead and go back through and take care of some of these blue quests on Monk, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, Monk needs to level up anyway, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Lise. Zowo, what is that? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You worried me. We won't be able to live up to our promise. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped that I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Please, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first visited Girabanya, I was in Limsa visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when all this is over, Zowo, too, and won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright. Y'shtola too once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. When does Y'shtola come here? I know it's not long. Or am I misremembering things? Swimming time. there's that. To the southeast, yeah. To the south. Get out of the fate, and we should be fine. Hey, Alize. Hey, Lise. Okay. I think this is the island of Isle of Becco. Though, to be honest, it looks the same to me. As, however, many other islands around here. Brasha said there was a cave that would lead us to the village. We should search further inland. Yeah. $58 to the south. 27 to the south. 106. Oh, there it is. 67. And I'm assuming that the last one has to be on the on the other isle. Yeah, so I'm thinking not Isle of Becco, Echo of Zeki. All right, down we go. Can I jump here? I can.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Welcome to the village of the Kojin. Bam, 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 bam.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
We are.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Sarban!
Soroban, what are you doing here?
This is his home.
What a curious question. I live here.
Yep.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Sarabon about our situation. If anyone can help us, it's him. Out of curiosity. Okay. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? This, that, and the other thing. That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you to, however, to present your case. I do wonder. I'm not 100% certain when each of the different beast tribes unlocks. Partially because I really wasn't too concerned with beast tribes when I was first starting Hollow journey. But yeah.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red Brothers live by the sword, we Blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Sotoban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
We face off against frickin' bastards.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure, the Yasakane no Magatama. This jewel, this most precious sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of consolation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their Imperial Masters. Alas, they succeeded in the ensuing chaos, and the Magatama was lost to sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, we were to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So you want us to search for the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, Drowning, fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first you must prepare an offering for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested carapace.
Yep, this is exactly where I was thinking the things were gonna be. Okay, so yeah, we can't do that. Okay. That's quite a shopping list. I will see to the shells and Lise can look for the coral. Zowo, would you go find the Unkyu and retrieve its carapace? You got it. I did attune to this, right? Or did I? Yeah. Alright. I believe we could just, So yeah, that's why dive is not yet available. It's because of, we have to learn how to dive. Bam bam bam. Bam 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 let's just teleport back in here. It's fine. It's not like it's a lot of money. Okay. Let me talk to Saruman again. Oh, he's up there. Oh. Blue Falcon Porter. Is there a Falcon Porter in the down here? I don't know if there is. I'd like to go check to see if there is one over there. I don't think there is. But that would make things significantly easier between like getting there and back. Well, have you the Q carapace? Here you go. How splendid they are. The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. Got the ruby. I got the ruby coral you wanted, and the sea snail shells. They were about the size of my fist, though I realize now you may have
meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasukani no Makatama. Out of curiosity, how large is the sacred jewel of yours? Unless it is far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time. The area we wish you to explore is a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already have we scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shellless of the Suinosato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones who living under the sea? Of course not. The rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more than when you arrive. We are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to the western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, that's a gunblade and a frickin' just wow. The fact that we're getting those is kind of insane to me. Wait, what? Ew. We'll like I said, we'll deal with the blue quests in the next stream. The next Zowo stream, I should say. I'm not 100% certain if we're going to stream tomorrow, but I think we will. All right. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Yay!
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Of course he is.
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Whee! Into the water we go. I'm assuming there's like a guide that's about to pop up with it and be like, this is how you dive, and blah, 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 blah. It is very similar to flight.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
I would love to get like a seahorse mount at some point in this game. Like, tell me that wouldn't be cool.
Wow, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Gosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Fair point.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Rather interesting that you get these as a mount, as like a temporary mount now, and then you can get them again through doing obviously the beast, the Kojin Beast Tribe quests, which I'm not certain how much I need to do. But yeah, diving unlocked! Yay! Let's see here. Probably says, you may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamazu and Saburo can now be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, yeah, swimming on the surface, it's control spacebar. I thought it was. So, yeah. I do think it's rather interesting, though. You can get this... Obviously, you can get this mount later. But, like, you don't need this specific mount in order to swim. It's kind of funny that that's like, you should talk to Zorobon if you want to continue swimming. It's like, you can mount up with any mount under the water. But yeah. Oh, yeah, so this is 63 now, so that's good. This must be Sui no Sato, the Rain Village Sarabon told us about. Right then, let's see if we can't if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. And there we go. Knew it. So yeah, we're at least a level above, so that's fine. So I think what we'll do off stream is I'm probably gonna go ahead and probably like today and tomorrow we'll get Monk to at least 63. Maybe it's just like high 62 so that we can do these quests. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that is where I am going to go ahead and call today's stream. We might be streaming tomorrow. I think we will. It's going to be a Holobali's Holobali stream. Checking, probably just hanging out, having a chill stream. We might do like some dungeons and stuff. And that's probably about it. But yeah, it'll be a nice little chill stream for my birthday and chill. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed and are looking forward to the next one. And I will see you guys next time. But on. Oh wait, before I do that, let's see where Twitch is going. Twitch. You guys are gonna go. Let's see here. I'm assuming that he is not allowing that right now. Nope. Let's send you guys. Yeah, let's send you guys here to a Pokemon stream. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the raid, Twitch. And, yeah. Anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on.